At the beginning of 2021, you would have been forgiven if you did not know the name Emma Raducanu. However, the young A-level student turned sports star became a household name in the space of just 3 months in September 2021. She managed to get to the final of the US Open and beat her fellow teenage opponent, Leylah Fernandez. In doing this, she became the first ever qualifier to get to a Grand Slam final, let alone go on and win it. Throughout her journey, she did not drop a single set to any of her opponents. As a result, the 18-year-old became the highest paid British female athlete and the second ever British female to win the US Open, the first being Virginia Wade in 1968. Wade was awarded less than the equivalent of $50,000 in prize money for her victory, a tiny sum compared to today's prize money. But how much has Emma Raducanu made since winning the US Open, and how much is she predicted to make in the future after accomplishing such a feat? Emma Raducanu was an 18-year-old whose name shot to fame due to her inspiring victory in the US Open. Raducanu is multinational, born in Canada to a Chinese mother and a Romanian father. She moved to England at the age of 2 and began playing tennis aged 5. Raducanu's talent was obvious from a very early stage in her career. By just 16 years of age, she reached the quarterfinals of both the Junior Wimbledon singles and the Junior US Open singles. By 2018, Raducanu's skill had led her to become a fully fledged professional tennis player, and a year later she won her first tournament in India, bagging herself just over £18,000 or $25,000 in the process. Raducanu started 2021 at number 345 in the female tennis player rankings and climbed to 150 by the end of July 2021, following her performances at Wimbledon earlier in the year. According to the popular website Tennis Times, Raducanu had earned roughly £200,000 in prize money by the end of Wimbledon 2021. Immediately following the US Open in 2021, Raducanu found herself bumped all the way to number 23 in the female tennis player rankings. Reaching the US Open final meant that she would be guaranteed £902,000 in prize money, regardless of the outcome in the final. Her victory in the tournament, however, ensured she won a whopping £1.8 million. This is just the start of the money that Raducanu will make in what we can only assume will be a highly lucrative career. Not taking prize money from future tournaments into account, it was predicted that she could make up to £100 million from sponsorships and endorsements alone across the next calendar year following her US Open victory. Modern-day athletes are able to utilise social media as a way to make money, and Raducanu's Instagram is a poignant example of this. Before the US Open final, Raducanu was sitting on roughly 400,000 followers. Now she has 1.8 million, a number which is still rising. This rise in followers even resulted in Instagram locking her out of her own account. Research shows that the most followed social media influencers can expect to earn millions of dollars for single Instagram posts, with Cristiano Ronaldo reportedly making $1.6 million per post. Raducanu has a little way to go to reach Ronaldo's 343 million followers, but again, the potential is there. Tennis is a high-earning sport, and Raducanu can expect to find herself climbing up the Forbes highest-earning sports star list very soon. As of 2021, Roger Federer is the richest tennis player in the world with an estimated net worth of $450 million. This additionally makes him the 7th richest athlete in the world in 2021. Raducanu's fellow female tennis player, and closest comparable in terms of age and skill set, Naomi Osaka, broke the previous held record for the most money earned by a female athlete in a calendar year in the season 2019 to 2020, a record which was previously set by Maria Sharapova in 2015. Osaka made herself £45 million, just over $62 million, in 1 year, and as a result became the 28th highest earning athlete in the world, inclusive of male athletes. Osaka was slightly older than Raducanu when she achieved this, first winning the US Open at the age of 20. Osaka is also of similar multinational heritage as Raducanu, with her father being Haitian and her mother being Japanese, but was raised and trained in the United States. This multinational heritage is ideal for marketers looking to target multiple regions with a single athlete, and with Raducanu already thanking Chinese fans in Mandarin, there could be potential for very lucrative deals. For example, most of Osaka's earnings came from endorsements and sponsorships, with Osaka being partnered with at least 15 different companies, including Nike. after Osaka's back-to-back Grand Slams, Nike wanted to buy her out of Adidas's sponsorship, therefore paying roughly £7.2 million or $10 million to sponsor her. By way of comparison, we can only assume that Raducanu's career will follow a similar pathway. So, what does the future look like for young Raducanu? Well, she is currently being represented by Max Eisenbud, who previously represented Maria Sharapova and led her to become the highest-earning female sports star in the process. Raducanu is also currently under sponsorship with Nike for her clothing and footwear, and Wilson for her tennis rackets. But she has plenty more potential for future sponsorship deals. Professional tennis players have between 6 or 7 sponsors on average at any time. Her competitor Naomi Osaka has around 15 connected companies in multiple countries. Raducanu has the potential to make deals at home, in Britain, and across the globe, especially due to her connections in Canada, China, and Romania. This marketability at such a young age has seen many sports journalists predict her to become the highest ever earning female sports star and the potential to become one of the highest earning athletes ever.